This short video discusses how we evaluate sources of information. As you well know, there's an abundance of information that is easily available today. However, as a scientist, we need to ensure the information that we refer to is trustworthy and credible. It's easy to find information. The trick is figuring out which information to exclude. To start off with, I'd like to introduce 4 words: sources, resources, references, and citations. You've probably used these words before in the past and probably have an idea of what they mean. However, these words are sometimes used interchangeably. For example, sources and resources are often used to mean the same thing. To ensure that all of us are on the same page, we will define each of these words in the next slide and maintain these definitions as we use these words throughout this unit. Let's start with the word citation. Citation is the word that we use to refer to evidence that we use to support our ideas. For example, your tutor might say, "Where are your citations?" to support this claim. When we use the word reference in this unit, we are actually referring to the complete idea and end reference. The word resource refers to books, journals, and websites. These resources can be categorized into 2 types, and we'll discuss these later in this presentation. Finally, when we say source, we actually mean the place where the resource is housed. Another word that you will often come across in this unit is the word peer-reviewed. So what's meant by peer-reviewed? Our peers are our equals. At university, our peers can be international or local people who have similar qualifications and experience to us. When we write a paper as an expert, we are published. We usually publish at doctoral or postdoctoral level. Our peers, other experts, review our findings. They are our peers. In science, any findings we make should be able to be replicated by someone of equal standing to us, our peers. Essentially, there are 2 kinds of resources referred to in academic writing: primary and secondary. Primary resources are peer-reviewed. Peer-reviewed sources are the best to use in academic papers, and these include published journal articles in scientific journals. These are the most often used resources in academic papers. Peer-reviewed scientific work is written up, sent to a scientific journal editor, and then it is rigorously assessed by other scientists who are experts in the area. Journal articles have all been through this process. Peer-reviewed work can also include reports which are produced by agencies such as the Water Corporation or the Commonwealth Scientific Industrial and Resource Organisation, CSIRO. Secondary resources include newspaper articles, information found in textbooks, documentaries, films, and radio presentation. Check the curtain referencing guide for other examples. If in doubt, ask a librarian for guidance. Although Wikipedia is a good source when we are trying to find quick information, or when we do an initial search, it is not appropriate to use it as an academic reference. This is because anyone can contribute information on Wikipedia. They do not have to be experts in the area to post material. Therefore, information on Wikipedia is not reliable. The same goes for websites that end in .com or .net. The fact that a document appears on the web does not make it accurate or objective. Again, be wary of the fact that web sources can be created by anyone, and that it is important to ascertain the credibility and authority of these sources. One way to do this is to identify whether the organisation sponsoring the page is known and reliable. Suitable organisations are reputable research centres, universities, or government offices. Now that we've talked about the different kinds of resources available to us, let's discuss how we can make sure that these resources are suitable for us to use in our academic writing. There are several attributes that we need to pay attention to, and they're often abbreviated to CRAP. Currency. Always check the date of the publication. In fields where knowledge develops rapidly, the sciences for example, our data is expected to change. Currency is critical. If you're in doubt, check with a librarian. Relevance. Does the source contain information you need to complete your assignment, and who is the target audience? Authority. Is the author a credible expert? You can check their credentials. You can go to a website. Accuracy. Is the information provided accurate and supported by evidence? And purpose and point of view. Why was it written? Is it persuasive, fact-giving information, or is it selling something? Is there bias or prejudice? Is that important? Sometimes we come across extreme points of view or opinions. If we are writing an argumentative essay on, for example, genetically modified food, we will, of course, encounter experts in their respective fields who fiercely disagree. The same applies for the causes of global warming and many other topics. Scientists sometimes do disagree. In science, we need empirical evidence, but sometimes that comes into dispute, depending on who did the research and what methodology was used. You can watch the YouTube video CRUP if you need more information on how to evaluate resources.